Okay, so recently it seems like there's been a situation going on with Kairyu Crocodile, which is pretty ridiculous, I'm going to say, because it's essentially bringing up old stuff that doesn't really matter, and it's essentially a case of someone that is kind of making a big deal out of essentially nothing. Now, if you guys don't remember, obviously Kairyu did release her debut thing around about 8 months ago, which was a cool animation, kind of introducing her and, her lore and things like that, which of course was very nice to see. And of course, she's been uploading, doing great. You can see she's had a lot of really good videos. She's getting hundreds of thousands of views, which is great to see. But of course, yeah, recently I came across this post just titled Kairyu Crocodile, and it's on r/VTuber drama, as you could expect. But I thought this was just so weird, and I just wanted to share it because I thought it was so funny. But essentially, this person has a problem with the animation that came out, essentially saying, not really drama, I think, but I watched Jaden's VTuber debut today, which, well, it didn't debut today, it debuted 8 months ago, but I'm assuming that they just saw the debut animation today. Just me, or is it kind of tasteless that the stereotypical VTuber fan guy being murdered in cold blood is kind of dark? Now, if you guys don't know, obviously, yeah, there's this, like, VTuber fan guy, whatever you want to call it, right, who obviously drops his hat. And then obviously it's kind of assumed that something happens to him, right? Because, of course, he just disappears and she grabs her phone and all this kind of stuff. Of course, it's a big animation. It's a long one. But yeah, she kind of like steals other people's stuff to get a hold of like technology, right? As you can see, like he was there, like well, his lock screen was like a picture of him and his favorite VTuber or whatever. And yeah, essentially the guy is assumed to be dead, I'm pretty sure, right? In the animation. But let's be real, this guy isn't real. Like, it doesn't really matter. And of course, yeah, like, that's the whole point of her character, right? Kairyu Crocodile is supposed to be a crocodile. What do you think crocodiles do, right? You're not going to get in the water with a crocodile and not get eaten by a crocodile, right? Like, guys, I can't believe the VTuber is accurate to the actual thing that they're pretending to be. No way. Oh my god, it's almost like the demon VTubers are actual demons. Oh my god. No way. Yeah, so I mean, I get it. It's over the top and all, but some of those people, if not most of your audience, besides it, kind of plays into the whole, he photoshops himself into pictures of anime girls and watches VTubers all day. He is a weeb and therefore will die alone stereotype, which I just don't think is what they were going for. I don't think they were going for the die alone stereotype. I think they were just looking for a convenient way to, really, you can see, dead down there, by the way, too. And it's just like a convenient way for her to kind of, get a hold of technology, right? It makes sense. Some guy going on a little like trip and ended up getting, eaten by, or not eaten by a crocodile, just taken out by a crocodile. And yeah, it just makes sense, right? There's no like, oh, he's going to die alone type thing to this. And they say that 3 times fast. So, but I mean, Jaden is error ace herself, and people can in fact choose not to date. I'm like too in that after all, I watch VTubers because as an autistic guy, this is easier than maintaining friendships. Not because I'm some creep. I can't say I really like that stereotype. I mean, she's also because a VTuber fan in the lore video itself. But we do know that it isn't the same. She's a girl. That is considered cute, and if it's the guy, it's considered creepy. Double standards and all. Okay, got the rant of the month out of my system. Feel free to throw offenses towards me as you like to do. I think I'm enjoying our little backwards and forwards. So, yeah, again, it's just stupid, right? It's really not that big of a deal. Like, I think people are just making such a big thing. And to be honest, right, as much as VTuber drama, is pretty interesting with their choices on opinions, a lot of people had some pretty good responses to this, right? Saying, I feel like you're looking way too deep into this. She's a crocodile. He's just some weeb. He walked into crocodile-infested waters. Read the signs and ignored them, got chomped. It's just a gateway to get a character into VTubers such VTubing. Exactly, that's exactly what I said pretty much. I'm saying there are plenty of VTubers with dark origins. Karyu's is pretty tame. Which yeah, there are so many worse VTuber lores out there. I say worse, so many more darker VTuber lores out there, which you could take into account. But of course, apparently this one's the problem, right? I'm saying, isn't this from like almost a year ago? She debuted in December 2025. And yeah, that's the weird thing as well. It's just like, why are we bringing this up now? It's been 8 whole months since this has come out. It really doesn't matter anymore. And I understand that maybe they've only just seen it now, but let's be real. Nobody's had a problem with it. Nobody's had a problem with it for over 8 months. And so, yeah, I mean, I don't know why we're complaining, right? I'm saying everyone look at the OP before giving this crap a second thought. Bro, is there anyone you won't attack? I thought you had a mentally ill vendetta against VTubers, but now you're just trying to harass anyone. Someone needs to get this OP's internet access legally revoked. Which, yeah, people said, dude, I think you're reading into it way too much. It said OP has a serious mental illness, not in a haha funny way. He has a diagnosable condition that appears to cause him significant distress way. Many of us have advised him to stop engaging with this type of content as it upsets him, to no avail. Unfortunately, we can't help him. So apparently the guy who wrote this is, odd anyways, and has made multiple posts going after VTubers and stuff like that, which of course, it doesn't surprise me at all. So yeah, take it easy. It's just a drawing animation. Then slow days, so you dig up a non-drama. And that's exactly what it is, right? Saying, the video shows you that he was a big VTuber fan. Everything else you said was made up in your head. I would refine making up backstories of fictional characters, especially when it makes you sad. Every time this dude posts, I'm going to start asking one of the mods to ban him. Saying people will day that they love monster girls and get mad. I think we'll say that they love monster girls and get mad when monster girls act like monsters. True, right? Exactly. No, I can't believe the crocodile VTuber acted like a crocodile and chopped a real person. Oh my god! Well, I say a real person. It's not even a real person, is it? It's an animation. Is this post some kind of ironic joke that OP is a well-known freak who posts extremely mentally ill manifestos 1 to 2 times a month? He has like 5 Reddit accounts, but this is the one that he usually uses here. He usually attacks VTubers because he thinks anything sexual is pure evil. Not even joking. Not sure why he decided to branch out and attack someone like Kairyu. I'm saying it's a lore video on how a crocodile became a VTuber. It's meant to play out into how an actual crocodile would act. So murdering a random guy would make sense. Also, he happened to be a VTuber fan, not like she seemed out a VTuber fan. Right? Yeah, exactly. It's not like in the lore video she was like actively looking out VTuber fans to target. No, she just, she obviously went after a random person. In the lore, went after a random person that happened to be a VTuber fan, and that's how her character stumbled upon VTubers. Right? That's the whole thing. It's supposed to be a big, the whole point of the story was she grabs the phone, she sees VTubers, she gives them a watch and goes, huh, these things are pretty cool, gets herself her own setup and was like, oh, wait, I could become a VTuber and make people happy like they have made me happy. And that's what she has done, right? That is literally the entire story. That is the whole point of this entire animation. But for some reason, some people still don't get that, despite it being 8 months old. It's 8 months old. Why are we still bringing this up? It's so stupid. Like, I swear to God, like every time things go a little bit quiet, people like to bring up these videos, like, months later and try to have like another conversation about it. But it's just like, oh my God, bro, it's so stupid. And, she's had a fair share of backlash from other things as well. But, all of it has been for stupid reasons. Again, I think Kairyu, has been doing great. And I think they deserve to be doing great. And that's kind of the bottom line, right? I feel like that's essentially all there is to that. But yeah, of course, there's still going to be weirdos and people in the VTuber space that, want to start up drama about something completely stupid or even old and doesn't really matter anymore. So yeah, that's just how it kind of goes, right? But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameSubs, use my code Kazo, get 10% off. Again, they got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.